visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash got they on a mission, coming for the top position. Ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
20. 54.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here is Eckler, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first down, Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 4.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Open man has got one. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, watch it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Lock in. Don't get nervous.
Trubisky will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check your hot read.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, 18.
And Barkley will try to punch it into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
On second down, Barkley, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Come on, right 20.
Drop deep.
On third down, here's Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12.
Under 10. Kill.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill. General West. Kill. Turn up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will get it at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. He's crossing. He's turning it. Wide motion. Wide motion.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
No. Louis. Motion.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On second down, Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180. 54.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down now, Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And the 49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We play to win. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check 26, check 26.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lay 5. Lucky. Slam, slam, slam. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Ric Flair.
Swish.
Right there.
Gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Check 43. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Catch 18.
Now Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Hurd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On first down, here's Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run again with Breida.
Baby, get him, boy.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Open man is Hurd. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
On third down, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Come on, D. Check that.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Value 1. Twitch. Check. Crunch. Shoot. Watch twitch. Check.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again they run with Gurley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And an alley to run. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Come on, 180.
Right there, 56. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Out of the gun, Goff. And Woods has it complete. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Gurley. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Value one.
Don't be scared of it. Check 37. Check 37.
2nd down, it's Henderson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
52. Here we go. 76. 76.
Right there. 54 Mike. Ball can see back.
On third down, here's Eckler. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Keep it up, guys. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On first and goal, Gurley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. To try again after the sack. Trubisky to Barkley on the check down. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
It's now third down.
Throwing now is Trubisky. He finds an opening past the 40. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And all the way up to the 46. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Watch the pass.
Here's Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback if he was going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Keep it up. Alert.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
He's jumping. Kill.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Go.
I'm coming. Take 4.
DC.
Throwing now. Goff. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Kill.
Now it's gone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Value 3.
They're running with Gurley. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him.